How is it going, guys? Drew Peacock here, back with another video, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be looking at the ugliest production cars ever made and seeing if they are fitting for that title. I feel like we're going to see the Honda Civic Type R, the new one on this list. I'm just saying, you know, it's got a lot of fake vents. It's pretty fucking ugly. We'll have to see. Don't get your panties in a bunch, though, down in the comments. I know you four-banger boys love wearing G-strings. Anyways, we're going to be taking a look at those. Tomorrow, I am picking up some new wheels for the Mustang, something I think you guys are going to really like. So subscribe to see that video, make sure you get the notification bell on, and let's go ahead and dive right in. Okay, we're on automobile.com. I guess they threw this little list together. Let's take a look. First car is a 1992 Stout Scarab, and honestly, I mean, from what I'm seeing in this photo, it's not that bad looking of a car. I mean, it's kind of bland. It's got two doors in the rear, which is kind of fucking stupid, if you know what I'm saying. It's a little weird with that aspect, but I mean, it's not ugly. To me, it looks like a Twinkie. Like it just reminds me of a Twinkie. I mean, this dude's pulling a babe right here. You know, he's like, hey, come on, baby, let's get in the Stout Scarab. It's a cool name, too, the Scarab. It's like Halo 2. Come on, get on the Scarab. Anyways, not bad. Okay, all right, yeah, we're going down the list. This is getting a little bit worse. The 1946 Crosley CC. Yeah, this is a miniature car. So it's a car, but it's like, you know, what Miatas are now. Not really the fun, nimble part, just the really small and uncomfortable part. Yeah, no, there's a reason why we don't see these no more. This is pretty damn ugly. It's just bland. It just doesn't really have anything going for it. It's really forgetful. The front end looks like it's seen some shit. The color looks like someone who's using piss to brush their teeth. It's just, I could see why this one made it on the list. This isn't a very good looking car. The windows are all like really like boxy, drawn out by like a first grader who's also missing his hands. Yeah, this one's pretty fitting for the list. 1951 Allard P2 Safari. Okay, I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that good, but it's not that bad. It's for sure not as ugly, I think, as the car before. Oh, okay, you know what? Looking at it, it's got some weird shit going on here. What the fuck is this? This scaffolding on the side? You know how in the hood they put like bars on windows? This dude's got bars on his doors. Like, imagine wanting to wax this panel and now you got to do it in like literal sections. Oh, fuck that. The front end, honestly, not too bad. The whole rear end just looks like it's from a swap or something. It does not belong on this car. But imagine the swaps you could do with a hood that long. I'm talking like two JZs, 4 JZ, if you know what I'm saying. Front end, not bad. Rear end, god awful. Would not want to fuck it. 1958 Lincoln Continental. Okay, this is a little bit more fitting. I don't know why this car just screams serial killer. Maybe it's because of how big the rear end is. You could fit like 4 corpses in there, maybe 4.5, depending on what kind of people you're committing die to. This thing, though, on some air ride suspension slammed on the floor, I mean, I'd fucking drive it. Maybe they were ugly at the time compared to everything else coming out, because I mean, the 50s were some really stylish cars, but I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I think it's better than most of the cars so far we've seen. Okay, a 1958 Subaru 360. It's called the 360 because when you saw it on the lot, you made a 360 and then another 180 and then left. I knew where I was going with that joke, but then I realized the 360 meant that you were facing the car again. You have to do a 540. Maybe you did a 360 at the dealership because you thought you were looking at a Beetle. You were like, wait, am I sure that wasn't a Beetle? Oh, no, it's a Subaru. It just looks like, you know, a great value Beetle. Walmart brand Volkswagen Beetle. I could see the appeal. I obviously know why Subaru made a miniature car like this. It makes sense, but I mean, come on, man. If you want a Beetle, just buy a Beetle. Don't buy the Dollar Tree discount Beetle. 1961 Citroen Ami 6. Ami 6. Okay, yeah, that's a weird fucking car. Where's the rest of it? It looks unfinished. This to cars is what hairless cats are to cats. It's not done. This to cars is what vanilla shakes are to Oreo shakes. There's something missing here. The cookies. And for the car, I mean the whole rear end. What the fuck? I don't know if it's an illusion in the photo, but what the fuck? It's another one of those cars where the front end, you know, maybe the front half of it doesn't look half bad, but then you get to this rear and it looks like a carriage from the 1800s. This is a 60s car too. Like, this isn't that old. Like, think of the 1969 Camaro. This is in the same decade. And you got something looking like this. The 1968 Lombardi Grand Prix. I've seen this car a few times, maybe once in person. I feel like I've seen it at Cars and Coffee. Either that or it was just like a fucking Corvette trying to look like one of these. It's a weird looking car. Maybe it was in fucking Forza. What am I thinking? It's a very ugly car, but at the same time, it's very forgetful. It's ugly because it's just stupid looking. It's not ugly because it's like funny to look at or like you want to keep staring at it. It's just like boring to look at. The front half, nice, sleek styling. Looks like a sports car. The rear half, I don't know what you're going for there. You got this weird bubble top. I'm noticing a trend with these cars. It looks like two cars just merged into one, and it never looks right. I think that's what makes cars ugly. It's when they don't have lines that flow smoothly. Like, look at this fucking line. And fucking solid edge right here. Straight up, straight edge, and then smooth again. I don't like that. We need something that can flow a little bit better. Speaking of flowing a little bit better, oh my god, this guy took it a little way too serious. A 1970 Marcos Mantis M70. Yeah, I mean, he just listened to what I had to say. You know, nice flowy line, and fucking everything on this is way too flowy. This one should have been called a Marlin or like a Flounder or something. Or maybe, I don't know, a fucking door wedge. What's with this, man? Well, this looks like a little like ramp. It's probably real aerodynamic, but I think if they would have kept like the cabin itself a little bit sleeker, I think it would have worked. But it just looks like it's got a big bubble top once again. No one likes that. No one likes a big bubble top. 1975 Triumph TR7. I actually don't hate it. I think it looks kind of okay. Definitely not one of the ugliest cars ever. 1976 Aston Martin Lagonda. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. I hope Lagonda, in whatever language that is, watch it be English, means long fucking hood. My god, that hood sticks out like 8 to 10 feet. That thing is long as fuck. Also, why is it in black and white? The 70s weren't that long ago. We had color photos. See? The description that they used is really fitting. It looks like an 80s era Chevrolet Caprice that went 4 rounds with a rolling pin and lost. That's actually a really fitting description for this car. Here we go. Now we're talking. 1982 Cadillac Cimarron. Yeah, if I had one car to describe the 80s, this would probably be it. Like, this just screams 80s. Just, I mean, like the bland side of the 80s. There's cool 80s cars, don't get me wrong, but I mean, like, just bland, just, you know, smoking on your way to your fucking 9 to 5 80s. Just like, I'm an accountant and I fuck the receptionist, you know, 80s car. Just, you know, on my lunch break, I like to do cocaine, you know, 80s car. This is the car I'm thinking of. 1985 connoisseur. Oh my god, what's with these fucking names, man? They just pull out the thesaurus and just look up some stupid ass shit. Consulier GTP. This thing isn't even that ugly. Like this looks like a wannabe like Lamborghini Countach. Like it's not that bad looking. I mean, yeah, the bar right here and the windshield, pretty stupid looking. But honestly, if they had like a decent looking windshield that matched the body of the car, I don't see it being that bad. It made 190 horsepower and it weighed 2,200 pounds. Again, just like a fucking Miata at that point. And it looks cooler. I'll take this over a Miata any day. 1989 Alfa Romeo SZ. This doesn't look like it's from the 80s. This thing looks like it's from the 90s or something. I guess it is an 89. It looks like a Lego car. This looks like something you assemble from McDonald's or something. It looks like generic RC Car 3. Just something you'd find on the Target shelf from a no-name brand that isn't, you know, replicated after a real car. That's what this looks like right here. Yeah, that's pretty fucking ugly. 1990 Chevrolet Lumina APV Oldsmobile Pontiac. Yeah, these vans are hideous. Okay, growing up in the 90s, yeah, these are pretty nasty looking vans. The ones that came after this weren't too bad. I think my parents had one, but this one right here, I mean, fuck it. I mean, for a minivan, you know, I'm sure there's a lot of fucking cargo room in there, but it just, ugh. Door wedge once again. Chalk off your tires with that shit. 1992 Buick Skylark. Is that really how the hoods looked on this thing? Did it look dented like that? Was there a reason for it? That is fucking stupid looking. What's with the grill being pointy like that? If they would have made it flat, it would have just blended in with all the other pieces of shit of the 90s. But they had to do this dumb shit. Let's just put a random body line right here that doesn't make any fucking sense. It reminds me of like the Hulk themed car from Tokyo Drift. I know that's quite a reach, but like it's got the same stupid like random bulgy styling. This car looks like a high schooler who just saw his fucking crush wearing a low-cut shirt. It's got a little bit of a bulge, if you know what I'm saying. 1995 Oldsmobile Aurora. Oh my god, dude. The 90s, I'm sorry, bad era for United States domestic cars. They're fucking ugly. Like even the fucking Mustangs of this era, like, you know, they're not unscathed either. They're pretty bad looking. This is disgusting. You can't tell if it's coming or going. I mean, what the fuck? What's the front end? What's the rear end? It looks horrible. 1998 Fiat Multipla. This is that meme car that everyone knows is like probably the ugliest car ever created. And I'm sure there's some fucking hipster out there that's like, I drive that. That thing is kind of cool. This thing looks like Fiat did not give a shit about their car. Like, I know I've said merging two cars together before, but this literally looks like they chopped the fucking top half off of a minivan and slapped it onto a little fucking economical grocery getter and said, fuck it. Hey, Jimmy, can you weld that real quick? Yeah. All right, weld it, slap some paint on it, and let's call it a day. New car. Yeehaw! 2002 Renault Aventine. Looks like a Nissan Versa hatch or like a Nissan Leaf. It doesn't look that bad. At the time, I'm sure it was pretty ugly, but it doesn't look that bad nowadays. 2004 Infiniti QX56. That's on this list. It's not that bad looking. It's really like this is what they really thought. They thought, oh yeah, this is the worst thing ever. 2007 Jeep Compass. It's a pretty bad looking Jeep. Yeah, that's selling out. Jeep, what is that? What is this Jeep? What do you call this piece of shit? The Jeep Compass? The only time you'll need a compass in this thing is when you need to find the dealership to return this shit. They say it's based on the Dodge Caliber. Yeah, you know it's a bad car when it's based on that piece of shit. 2008 oh my god. 2008 Mitsuka Galu. Budget Rolls Royce. That's all that is. Looks like a Rolls Royce had sex with a Bentley. 2011 Aston Martin Signet. Why would Aston Martin make a fucking smart car? It's like a Chevy Spark, but shittier. Like, you can make small cars cool. Look at a Mini Cooper. Look at a Miata. You could do it, but just don't do this bullshit. This looks like ass. What's with these tiny little fucking vents? Why? Oh, how dare they do the Mini Coupe like this? 2012 Mini Cooper Coupe? You're gonna diss the coupe like that? It's not that bad looking. It's like a little roadster. Why are you gonna diss the Mini Cooper like that? I mean, yeah, I guess it's not like the traditional Mini Cooper, but still, it's why you gotta do it like that? It's not that bad. For sure not as bad as that. 2018 Rolls-Royce Cullinan? Is it supposed to be like a Rolls-Royce SUV? I've never seen one of these before. It looks like a bigger Rolls-Royce. It almost looks like a fucking Land Rover or Range Rover. I don't think that's ugly. I don't think it's a bad looking car. That's the last car? That's what they ended on? That? I guess they went throughout the years, but that's it? No Pontiac Aztek on here? No Honda Civic Type R? No Infiniti G35? Okay, now I'm just being mean. But seriously, no Honda Civic Type R? Really? All right. Well, some of these cars were fitting, some of them were not. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments. If you could have put one car on this list, what would it be? Let me know down in the comments. Subscribe to see more videos like this one, and until next video, peace.